Pokemon Home brought a lot of legendary and mythical Pokemon back into Scarlet and Violet, but there was still a ton of others missing. You see, generations such as 2 and 5 were amongst a couple others which never really got to see the light of day. But why? Well, there's a lot of reasons and speculations as to why, and it's all to do with the DLC. You see, once the DLC for Gen 9 is released, having other legendary and mythical Pokemon become available for transfer would just make much more sense. Take the 3 beasts from Generation 2 as an example. The reason we haven't been able to transfer Suicune yet is because of Walking Wake. I'm guessing the Pokemon Company want to release Paradox forms of Entei and Raikou before we are able to transfer the 3 original beasts, because everything corresponds with the story and its timeline of past and future events. Therefore, having those 3 beasts available before we are given information or updates on the 2 remaining Paradox beasts wouldn't fit right, and I know they want to tie the DLC to the 2 remaining Paradox beasts, which they would probably split between the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc. But what if that speculation is wrong, and the 2 remaining Paradox beasts will never exist, or we will never be able to transfer the 3 original beasts? Well, the Crown Tundra DLC for Sword and Shield gives me hope, because when it was released, we gained access to a feature called the Max Lair. This allowed us to capture nearly every single legendary and mythical Pokemon that wasn't previously available in the game. Obviously, you had exceptions such as event Pokemon like Zeraora or Zarude, but they too were eventually given to us over time. Therefore, I do believe that we will be receiving some sort of other way of capturing the remaining legendaries in Scarlet and Violet's DLC. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a similar feature as to that of the Max Lair, which would probably be called Terra Lair or something. As I previously mentioned, Generation 5 got hit pretty hard, with only 4 out of the 12 Pokemon becoming available for home transfer, which kind of intrigues me, as Zekrom and Reshiram were available for capturing Sword and Shield through the Max Lair. But what if there's a legitimate reasoning behind the delay for their release? Could a Generation 5 remake be a reason? Similar to how BDSP was released only a year after Sword and Shield's DLC? But that's a topic for another time. I want to solidify my speculation as to what Pokemon are actually going to make a return. And I do believe that Pokemon such as Zekrom, Reshiram, Kyurem and the 4 Swordsmen will most likely be making a return, and it would make sense for them to be available due to the creation of Iron Leaves, as we still haven't yet fully understood its origin and story. So having the remaining 2 Swordsmen excluding Keldeo as Paradox forms could potentially be a thing. But we're just gonna have to wait and see for that. And of course, the only other Pokemon missing from Generation 5 is Genesect, which I too believe will make a return. Apart from legendaries such as Ho-Oh, Lugia, the Regis and much more, there are a ton of mythical Pokemon still missing from Scarlet and Violet. Those include Celebi, Jirachi, Deoxys, Darkrai and some others. Due to already being available in games such as Sword and Shield, I don't see why the Pokemon Company wouldn't allow for us to transfer them straight over. But some mythical Pokemon such as Zeraora or Dardar Zarude will of course most likely only be available as limited time events after the DLC drops, just like the events that we received for Sword and Shield. But either way, I'm excited to see how everything finally unfolds. I want to hear what Pokemon you guys are most excited to see return in the DLC, so let me know in the comment section below. I want to discuss it with you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching and I love you all. Peace.